Hello and welcome to Two Blokes on Dartmoor, and yes, on the hottest day of the year, here we are. We actually made it to Merrivale. My name's Ken.
And I'm Steve, and we're here today because this is part and parcel of one of the greatest bits of history on Dartmoor. In the 1625 plague, this used to be called the Plague Market or the Potato Market because people could gather here and they could get their food that they needed brought in from the outside.
But this place is much more than just a grave. This was inhabited for 1,500 years in total by Neolithic people 2,500 years ago. And its purpose is myriad. It isn't just a place where people are buried, it's a place that is a cathedral, a place of worship, a place of celebration. So all in our time here, what we're going to do is go and have a look at the different elements to be able to try and understand and put them into the context of how people lived in Neolithic times nearly 3,000 years ago.
And we need to remember, in a way, that things were different then. This would have trees on it. These would be isolated places of habitation, ring forts and things like that. So it's not like it is today. It's like it is today because of industry, agricultural industry, and behind us you can see the quarries that used to exist.
Having said that, it's still pretty beautiful.
It is.
Let's go and have a look. What we're sitting on is one of the most famous kists on Dartmoor, a stone-lined container for the dead. This big split in the top is not prehistoric. This probably happened a couple of centuries ago by a farmer who's obviously taken a piece of granite for a fence post. In fact, if you look carefully at this, you can see the feather and tear marks in the stone itself.
He must have wanted a big gatepost.
It is a big gatepost.
The guy that was buried here, well, we assume he's a guy, might have been a woman, very rich, very powerful, very influential, high ranking, buried with his best bits of his gear, daggers, beads, weapons, all the way through.
But it's not just a grave. It actually has meaning the way it's orientated. So the longer bit here of the kist points towards the tor over there. So it aligns itself up with a really prominent feature on the horizon. This broad end, though, goes right across the site and points towards the midsummer sunrise, the point at which the sun comes up. So it's more than just a grave. It actually connects this person in here with the cosmos.
It would also have been a place of pilgrimage where people from these isolated communities used to come and gather, maybe to celebrate Midsummer's Day or Beltane or whatever it was, because what we've got to remember is that these people, it was before Christ, they were animistic. They believed in the land and the sky and the animals that lived on it.
I'm sitting in a Neolithic hut circle, one of 36 hut circles over 4 enclosures in this area. Look at the way it's constructed. 2 double rings of granite with a rubble infill, very much like the way we build dry stone walls today. So these weren't temporary shacks. They were meant to withstand time and the weather, could house up to 4 adults at any one time. And we know they are living areas because we found hearthstones where they would have cooked food and had fires going, and also anvil stones. The anvil stones is where they would have done work, breaking bones up, making tools, etc. Cozy to withstand the elements, but could you imagine the smell in here? Wood smoke, curing meat, unwashed bodies. Very often they would line the doorways up to be able to face the prevailing wind, so at least they could keep an airflow through the whole building as well. We also know they were cooking here as well as the hearthstones because we found holes with pot boilers in them. So they were stones that they heated up in the fire and then put into the earthenware pots to cook the food, because the earthenware pots weren't strong enough to be put on the fire directly, otherwise they would crack. It's nice today, but this whole place changes, doesn't it, Steve, when the mist comes down, you know, like we've been talking on the podcast.
Yeah, it can change completely. But it's still this element of permanence and yet impermanence, because this place changes. You can be in the same place, you can have trodden the same path, and it's different every time. Depends
Pieces
on...
like this in the scenery,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah,
In fact, we're just on the edge, are we not, of another hut circle
yeah.
that you wouldn't even notice if it was raining or your head was down or you were under a caggy. And I think that's the thing when we talk about feeling the moor. If you feel that rock, you are definitely feeling the moor, the spirit of Dartmoor. It is in the rock and the soil and the people that lived here before, that came thousands of years before us.
And it's also the geological changes that have taken place. You know, we talk about eons, we talk about ages.
I wasn't around for that.
No, I wasn't around for that either.
You sure?
Yeah, just because it's my birthday. And you know, you think about how this will have changed, how earth movements will have changed this, how people have built this thing. It looks as if it's been here forever.
Yeah. And
the rock is forever, but what has been built is not necessarily that permanent.
yeah. Right, I think we need to go now and go and have a look at the stone rows.
Okay, that's good stuff.
Cheers, man.
See you in a bit. Good on you. So, this is the main event. All the way down here, all the way up there, with another one just over the way. One short one about 186 metres and the other one about 263 metres.
It is. And these weren't laid out by accident. There's a theory from a guy called John Morgan about something called the Merrivale stride, that each of these stones is approximately 87 centimetres apart, roughly the length of a stride. It just goes to prove that these things weren't just lined up and laid out randomly. They're meant for a purpose. They're precise avenues for some higher purpose. What do you reckon? Is it worth coming out here?
Oh, of course it is. It always is. It always is. Even when it's pissing down and you might not even get out the car.
Well, it's not doing that today, man. It's absolutely Harry Boilerson's.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What do you reckon the temperature is? About 31?
I wouldn't have a clue, really. I'm not sweating that much because there's that cool wind. So it's...
You'll burn, though.
Well, that's why I put this long T-shirt on today. I was not going to risk it because I don't mind going brown, but...
And all that advice and guidance we give people about going out into the moor. Have you got your compass? Have you got your map?
No, I haven't got your suntan lotion.
No. Oh, I have.
Have you? You should have said so. Yeah.
See, old mouth. I haven't got my compass though, but then I do have a mobile phone with a satellite connection, so...
Yeah, and I
drag yourself screaming into the 21st century.
I've got 3 what words as well, just in case you fall over and we have to get the air ambulance in.
Oh my God, yeah. There is a danger of that. I'm just one fall away from a care home. Listen, I hope you've had some fun at least watching this today. If if not least of which, it's been the beautiful weather and the amazing scenery. If you get a chance to come up here, it's Merrivale. It's just outside Princetown, where Dartmoor prison is, which no longer is a prison. But if you come past the prison, out of Princetown, and then take a sharp left turn down the Moorland Road, there's a beautiful little car park at the bottom where you can pull over, and there's also an amazing pub as well, the Merrivale Inn, next to the river, which, what's the time?
I don't know.
I think we might
go on a journey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See you next time. Keep watching, keep listening. Don't forget to subscribe as well. Hit the like button if you want, and also drop some suggestions in if you want to as well about where we can go next. Be kind. We know what you want to say. And don't forget, we still have Two Blokes on Dartmoor Rambling as our podcast, so we'll be bringing out a new one of those. Take care. See you soon.
Keep safe.